Time now for Chamber Talk. Every Monday morning, we reserve time for the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Chamber Talk's being brought to us by Everybody's Whole Foods, and let's jump right into it. We have new members to talk about this week, so tell us all about it.
Yes, we do. Our members, which we're happy to welcome. First, we have Fairfield Clean and Wash LLC, owned by Mike Lenz, a local, and we'll be excited to do a visit with them soon. We also have Carl A. Nelson and Company, owned by Chris Smith, which we're very excited about. We have the Lord's Cupboard, which the executive director is Laura Cohen, and we do have an upcoming visit with her as well. We also have Sierra Club of Southeast Iowa, and the president of that is Diana Christofiak. And then the Sustainable Living Coalition, president is Bob Ferguson. And we also had recent ambassador visits. One of the great highlights of last week was the Jefferson County Health Center ribbon cutting, and everybody got to do tours, and it was a great turnout. The tours went throughout the entire hospital, and we got to see a lot of the new wings and a really in-depth tour of the facility. And so a lot of good people, and the hospital was very welcoming, and it was a great event. So that was this past Wednesday. And we also have we did have a recent ambassador visit with new member Safer Accounting Solutions, and that's Paul Safer. And he's a certified QuickBooks consultant, and he does a lot of Excel. So that was interesting for everyone to get acquainted with.
Again, it's Chamber Talk here on a Monday morning. A week or so ago, we talked about a program that we haven't talked about in a while, and that's the Fairfield Welcomes You program. Maybe you can explain that for listeners.
Yes, and this one's really exciting. The Fairfield Welcomes You program we're reinitiating it, so it's for all new residents to Fairfield, or we try to get all new residents to Fairfield. We send postcards, and then they are able to come back and redeem those postcards for a very nice welcome bag. So we fill it with those who participate, local businesses who choose to participate. They are able to put in products of their choosing into these bags, and then we offer them to those who come in. So to participate in the program for 1 year, businesses or individuals, it's just $120, and that helps to cover our staff time and chamber expenses. But it's really great because it gets your name out there to people who are new to the community, and it makes people feel really good. It seems so far when people come in and they smile and they think it's so wonderful, and they feel happy to receive those bags.
If you're a new resident or you know a new resident of Fairfield, get them in touch with the Chamber at 472-2111 or chamber@fairfieldiowa.com. And they'll get you on the Fairfield Welcomes You program. Speaking of new programs, it's been in existence for a few months now, but the Retail and Restaurant Management Working Group is actually meeting as we speak, right?
Yes, right now until 9 a.m. So that's where Deetra is, our executive director. She's running that right now. And it's a good group because it's managers of both retail and restaurant. And so it's diverse, and it's also open to anyone. You don't need to be a member. It's anyone in the Fairfield community, and we meet the last Monday of every month, and the next meeting is August 28th. Right now, they're talking about the new maps of restaurants and retail stores in Fairfield that they've just unveiled. They're discussing a shared calendar and other new initiatives, so it'll be a good meeting, and I'm looking forward to hearing how it went. But yes, once a month, and please do get in touch with us if you'd like to come.
You're listening to Chamber Talk here on KMCD on this Monday morning, being brought to you by Everybody's Whole Foods. Got a couple items on the calendar. One is the deadline to sign up for Leadership Fairfield 2017-18. Talk about that and a couple of the other programs you have coming up this month.
Yes, so the Leadership Fairfield applications, the early bird deadline is August 14th, so that's really coming up here soon, and then it begins mid-September, so it's coming up, and we're very excited. So please do get in touch with us with interest. And then we do have our next August Business After Hours. That will be at Habitat for Humanity Restore. That's out west of Fairfield on Highway 34 Business, and that's Wednesday, August 16th from 5 to 7 p.m. And then we also have the back to school reception, which is Thursday, September 7th. And we are also inviting businesses to have booths or to donate items for the gift bags to new teachers or to offer as door prizes. So we're looking for those now. And the speaker will be the 2016 Teacher of the Year, Scott Slechta.
All right. We have a guest today. Speaking of retail managers and owners of downtown Fairfield businesses, Kathy Eklund joins us today. Why don't you introduce Kathy?
Yes, so this is Kathy, and I'm very grateful that she was able to come in and talk to us today. So Kathy and her husband, Craig Eklund, they are the new owners of Fairfield Flower and More. So many of us knew the location as Fairfield Flower Shop, but it's now called Fairfield Flower and More, and there's a lot of new stuff going on there. Fairfield Flower was a longtime investor and member of the chamber, and recently the business was purchased by Kathy and Craig. So we're glad to have Kathy here today. And if you wouldn't mind, tell us a bit about yourself and how long you've been in Fairfield or anything else.
I've been a lifetime member of Jefferson County, so to speak. Born and raised, graduated from Fairfield High School. My husband also, same. I'm a 1984 graduate, and he's just a few years older than me. We won't reveal the actual date he graduated. I've got a real strong ag background, and I've been involved in numerous things throughout the years within the community. I worked on the square as a high school student at Martin's Pharmacy, managed the floral department at Econo Foods. I've sold advertisement for the town crier. I've just done a lot of various things, but I have worked in all of the flower shops at the time when they were all here in Fairfield. Just as I've aged and my children grew, I kind of went away from the industry, and one thing's led to another that's led me back to it. So very passionate about it. It's where my heart lies, and hope to fulfill a lot of needs of the community.
That's fantastic. Remind us where your store is located, Fairfield Flower and More.
I am right across the street from the post office, and our physical address is 100 North 2nd Street.
And they have a brand new sign, so you'll see that when you're driving down 2nd.
Yep, you can see us in lights now. We raised it another few feet because the last two signs, the semis have hit it. So turning the corner a little too short, so hopefully we won't experience that one.
Yes, this one will be safe. It's a great sign. And Deidre, our director, she stopped by your business and noticed that the entry and service counter had been changed a bit since she was last there, and said it was beautiful. What changes have you made in that regard?
We've done quite a bit of updates. We've got quite a bit to go. I've turned the sales counter around till it runs not linear with the showroom floor, but it actually is kind of a barrier. We've expanded our workspace. And the sales counter, if you come into the store, you will notice it was originally a welding bench from Loudon's factory. I've refurbished it, repurposed it, laid a new countertop on it. It originally had a steel plate and a vise on it when I got it in my possession. So also bringing part of the community back, relocating it just in a different place in town. So today I have a plumber coming. So we've just continually modifying and trying to make it look like a new little bit of a look.
That's great. It is very, very nice in there. And your business also underwent a name change, as I mentioned, so it's Fairfield Flower and More. If you can, tell us what more customers will find in the business.
We've expanded. We've always used furniture for display pieces, but I want everybody to know that all of the furniture you'll find in the store is for sale. We're doing a little shabby chic, antiques, primitive. There'll be projects that if you're looking for something that maybe you want to redo, we'll have that at the store. Long-term goal is my little building that sits out south of the main building is going to become the Rusty Shed, and that's what we're going to aim to provide there as working projects. So if you're looking for something to flip, or you have a need for something maybe that's not 100% brand new but in good shape, that's what we're going to have to offer in it.
Wow, that's very exciting. That'll be a fun thing for people to do. Well, is there anything else you would like people to know about you or your new business?
No, we're going to try to carry a slogan that if you bring us the thoughts, we're going to bring you the flowers. So if you got any kind of need or desire, we're able to fulfill what you're looking for. Between Sue and I, we have about 35 years of experience in the industry. So we'd like to be able to help you any way we can. Nothing's too big and nothing's too small.
Wow, that's so great. Well, lastly, we always like to know, what is something you love about Fairfield, personally or professionally or both?
I love the small community. It's nice to be able to know most people that you do business with, and there's always room to grow, and able to help those in need makes it a little bit more personal.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us, Kathy.
Anytime. Feel free to stop. We're glad to help.
Again, that's Flowers and More. You say 100 North 2nd
Street.
100 North 2nd Street. All right. Let's jump into the calendar events. What's happening this week at the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, at the Chamber, that's a good question. We're having our big event right now today, but let's see. This week in Fairfield is an exciting week. On Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, which is tomorrow, August 1st, we have KRUU's Great Taste, which is at 7 p.m., and that's held at the Green Building Supply. And guests from MUM's Sustainable Living Department will talk about the Regenerative Agriculture Program. And you'll learn how to cook okra, which you don't find that every day.
And keep it non-slimy.
Yeah, right?
There you go.
That's a tricky one.
That's the trick.
So this live radio cooking show is hosted by Steve Boss. So that's Tuesday, tomorrow, 7 p.m. And then we've got Eulenspiegel Puppets. They're presenting the Snow Queen tomorrow at the library at 5:30 p.m. This should be we're excited about this. This is an adaptation of the beloved Hans Christian Andersen fairy tale, and it uses delightfully crafted miniature bohemian marionettes. And so this is great for kids of all ages, but I would say anyone of any age would enjoy this show. The cast includes flamboyant storyteller who relates to the audience as well as the puppets, and it's a feast for the eyes and the heart. So that's tomorrow at the library at 5:30. And then also, tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow, August 1st, we have the Municipal Band Concert. Once again, we've had these throughout the summer on Tuesday evenings, but this is the final one, and this one's particularly special. It's going to be starting at 7 p.m. rather than 8 because we have another music edition. So tomorrow night at 7 p.m., the Fairfield All-Star Jazz Band will perform a concert on the Ron Prill Bandstand. The group is made up of 19 musicians from the area. And following the big band performance, there will be a ceremony to unveil the plaque that will be placed on the Central Park Bandstand, completing the naming process that now titles it as the Ron Prill Bandstand. Ron Prill was an important figure in Fairfield for many years as the Fairfield High School band director and the commander and director of the 34th Army Band, and either directed or performed on the Central Park Bandstand for over 50 years. So it's a privilege to do this, and that's happening tomorrow evening. And then, of course, we'll have the municipal band. They'll perform at 8 p.m. Then we have on Wednesday, August 2nd, the Open Craft Program at 10:30 a.m. And make whatever you can dream up in this free-form craft program. No rules, no wrong answers. And that's at the library. And then we have the Parkview Care Center Blood Drive. That's at the Parkview Care Center at 9:30 a.m. Friday, August 4th, this is going to be Art Walk, which what we now call the Fairfield First Fridays, but for me will always be thought of as Art Walk for many others. And this month's theme is Blues and Barbecue. It starts at 6 p.m. And it's outdoors again, which is very nice to enjoy the summer evening from 6 to 10 p.m. We'll celebrate blues and barbecue. So there will be live music, amazing food and food vendors, local artists, local businesses, nonprofits, all of that. So we hope to see everyone there. And then another event to note is the bat presentation and netting, which Kathy and I were talking about earlier before the show. This will be at 7:45 p.m. at Lake Wapello. And the evening will begin with a presentation by Dr. Russ Benedict about bats. And Benedict is a professor of biology at Central College. He spent most of his life exploring the prairies and forests of the Midwest. And then they expect the bats to start flying around 8:30 p.m. and so they're going to try their luck at netting them. But they suggest that you bring bug spray and flashlights.
Again, you can log on to fairfieldiowa.com and click on and get the entire calendar for this month and next month, which starts tomorrow. Regarding First Fridays, and I'm with you, it'll always be Art Walk. And I said earlier today they need a shock collar. And every time I say Art Walk, it buzzes me. But the band tomorrow, or on Friday night, which starts at 6 o'clock, is Blue Cat Alley. So a very popular local band. That has been Chamber Talk here on this Monday morning. Again, Chamber Talk being brought to us by Everybody's Whole Foods. Swing by and see what's new at Everybody's. Tomorrow on our Spotlight program, we'll be talking about the First Fridays event. Ladies, thanks for coming in, and have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. A look at the hog market just around the corner here on 1570 KMCD.